So, what are some ways of making legislative findings and declarations stronger? Findings and declarations are being used more frequently in bills that are being considered by the California Legislature. Whether or not these statements are necessary is, of course, the subject of legislative debate and certainly among legal scholars. But I find that if you're going to utilize findings and declarations, then they could be strengthened in most instances in reading legislation, particularly now in the 2025-26 legislative session. And I think most importantly, they should be understood as not being simply an opinion, but they should be fact-based. Most legislative findings and declarations are contained in what we call uncodified statutes, meaning they're not in one of the 29 California codes. They're most often found in Section 1 of the bill. Now, I give an example where my concern is that two of the subdivisions appear more to be opinions, and then two other subdivisions appear to be factual statements. But what's the basis for either the opinion or the basis for the more fact-based statements being utilized? Like most findings and declarations, there's no citation to the factual statements, and the opinion-like statements should also likewise have some sort of basis in law or fact. Now, why do I believe in this? It's because legislative statements serve as the basis for any ensuing statutory provisions that'll be found. And for those who administer the law, for example, executive branch agencies or departments, law enforcement, for those who interpret the law, i.e., judges, the judicial branch, and of course, those who have to follow the law, the regulated community or the general public, we not only want to make sure that the statutory provisions are clear and concise, but also we want the provisions to be understood in their context. So as a result, if a bill is going to use legislative findings and declarations, then I really think they should have a basis in law or fact and not be mere opinions. So you can certainly look at those findings and declarations and strengthen them in particular. So that's what I'm hoping we'll see more often of in the California legislature.